Welcome to another session here with me on my Kick-Ass Yoga channel. And today I'm answering one of your questions that I got sent on Instagram, I think, via DM. And the question read, what is actually the difference between Cobra pose and upward facing dog? Let's talk about that right now, and I'll show you the details later on. So back bending is our main topic with these two poses. Both are back bends, and Cobra pose is the easier one, upward facing dog, the more advanced one. This is what flow into Cobra looks like in comparison to upward facing dog. Just by seeing these videos of both poses already makes you aware of the fact that in Cobra pose, most of the body stays on the floor, and in upward facing dog, everything lifts except for the palms and tops of the feet that stay on the floor. For Cobra pose, pay attention to pulling yourself forward and up. So avoid allowing your shoulders to collapse forward or just think push up. That might cause too much of an arch in the back, and your spine, your vertebrae don't have time to align themselves and to properly move into a nice bow shape. So instead of just pushing or forcing yourself up, think hands are pressing down and pulling you forward. So you're moving forward and up and then come down again. So now take a look at moving into Cobra pose from downward facing dog. We are starting in down dog. Move into upper plank. Easiest version is just bringing your knees down, and now slowly come down with the strength of your core and your shoulders. Then press your hands down, pull yourself forward on an inhale, and come down again. Same thing on the way back. You want to push from your core into downward facing dog. Let's take a look at what that looks like with horrible alignment. So from down dog, if we move forward and just throw the knees down and think down, your shoulders will collapse and you will most likely fall to the floor like a sack of potatoes. So instead of that, think strength from your core and from your shoulders. Let's take a look at one more round of Cobra in perfect alignment. From downward facing dog, moving forward, lowering down while keeping the shoulders pulled back. Then move into your Cobra pose by pulling yourself forward and up, and then lower it down. Especially when you start to practice, think small. Build your small Cobra, and then slowly start to gradually work your way up into a higher Cobra. Now let's take a look at up dog or upward facing dog. This one, in comparison, requires a little more attention to what your shoulders are doing and what the whole back body is doing. Because in back bends, we are contracting and engaging the back body in order to lengthen the front. So this means that practicing, I'm going to show you a bad way of practicing this. Let's do that first. So by practicing with loose butt, not engaged buttocks, not engaged core, and loose shoulders, this would cause direct pain in the lower back. So we want to avoid that. No, big no. Instead, engage the back body. Your hands are pressing forward and up. And this time we're lifting all of the body, lifting the knees, lifting the hips by engaging the back body. And we're trying to stack the shoulders on top of our wrists, lifting the chest. Don't think of throwing your head back immediately. That might come over time, but it's not necessary in the beginning. And then slowly come down. Let's take a look on how you can move from down dog through upper plank, chaturanga, into upward facing dog. So when starting from downward facing dog, you move forward in your vinyasa. And then through chaturanga, you have to use, or you can use, the secret toe move by pushing yourself back so that you can roll over your toes and gracefully move forward into this upward facing dog, bow-shaped back. Same way on your way back, you lower down, roll over your toes, back into downward facing dog. That would be the secret toe move. But it's totally fine if you start by practicing just folding one foot after the other, move into your upward facing dog, fold your feet back and move back again. That's totally fine. There's another option, the third one that you can use. So we have secret toe move, simple folding, or adding a little tiny jump. So if you move through your vinyasa and you lower down, on your way back from upward facing dog, you add a little push in order to jump over your toes so you don't have to fold or roll. I hope these variations make sense to you. Please try them. Be aware of the connection between lower belly and glutes, your buttocks, and your lower back. Engaging your glutes, your buttocks, and your core is your life insurance to protect your lower back. So don't practice with back pain. Make sure you're practicing smart and efficiently. The second thing to pay attention to next to your lower back is, what are your shoulders doing? Are you letting go of the control, or can you pull them back more to learn how to engage the whole back body in unison? If you have more questions, put them down into the comments. Like the video, share, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.